Oh boy, so Ghost is finally changing things up around here. The Amazon P130, the Volvo, it's our second opportunity to get it, but it's actually in a different location than it was the first time around. So you can see we're starting at the gas station right here, and I marked the spot on the map where you're going to find the Amazon P130, and you might realize that it's actually where we first found the Skyline. The Skyline has only been released once, but this was actually the location where we found that car. So I'm going to drive from the gas station that I just showed on the map right to that point of, you know, where the Amazon P130 currently is here in Need for Speed Payback. So Tuesday, February 27th, it's the day it released. It is the day I'm making this video, but you have until Monday, March 5th to go and get this thing before it's going to disappear. But there's one more catch to this, one more difference. The first time around when we got the Amazon P130, it was an off-road build. It was an off-road car, but this time around, they actually changed the car class as well. So this time it's a race car, and this is making me think, how is this going to work moving forward then? Because we already had second chances for a couple of the cars, but they were the same class. They didn't switch it from off-road to race or, you know, drag to race or anything like that. They kept it the same. This is the first time we've seen this. So what I'm thinking is that they're just going to keep on repeating these 6 cars over and over and over, but just change the class. That's what I'm thinking at this point. Personally, I'd like to see them just add some new cars into the game. Now, I know that takes work on their end, and I'm not sure if they're willing to do it, or if they just want to do it, but I feel like a lot of you will agree with me that you'd rather see new cars than the same cars just switching class. I mean, you can just go to any of the dealerships and just buy them for the different classes, so after you get it the first time, it's kind of a little annoying, I guess, to keep seeing it. But one thing I gotta say, this was by far the hardest pursuits that I had to do to get this abandoned car. I actually got busted twice. I couldn't believe it. The first time, it was a really good pursuit. Like, it was crazy. I just couldn't even believe that I ended up getting caught. The second time I got busted within, I think, 30 seconds. It was just, I couldn't believe that that happened either. It was just ridiculous. But finally, the third time I got away, but it was not even easy the third time. By far the most difficult pursuits I've had to do. But let me know what you think about this, you know, that they're switching the class, which I feel like some people probably had to have asked for, and it's a good idea. It's better than getting the same exact thing over and over if you got it the first time around. But then the other way to look at it is, if you didn't get it the first time around, now you're only going to have this race version, but not the off-road version. So it's a little bit, it's like, it depends if you already got the car and if you care, or if you don't want to have to buy them from the dealerships. I mean, there's so many different ways to look at it, so many different perspectives, but at the end of the day, I would like to see some new cars. That's definitely how I'm feeling. And you saw that jump that I just passed there on the left. I've actually decided to take that on the third pursuit, and it worked wonders, but the problem was the cops just still came out of nowhere and ended up catching up to me. They really should rework the way the cops work with this. I mean, they're way behind, and they just catch up like nothing. They go from like 0 to 200 in like 0.1 seconds, it feels like. And this Amazon P130, it's just slow, and on top of that, I couldn't even bump the cops around. Like, most of the abandoned cars, I feel like I can actually bump and bruise the cops a little bit, but this time, with this car, hell no, man. It was a fail. It was really just a fail and a half, but that's pretty much all I gotta say. That's all I really wanted to talk about. So keep in mind, this time around, it is worth getting again if you got it the first time. It is a race build, and it's also in a different location, though. It's where the Skyline was when we got that car the first time around. So I feel like they should also just come up with completely brand new locations, not just swap abandoned cars around to where other abandoned cars were. But hey, it is what it is. It's not a big deal. These cop pursuits, they're still fun, but I gotta say, this one was tough. So I hope you enjoyed the rest of this gameplay, and if you don't believe me that the car class changed, I included that at the end of the video. But I really hope this helped everyone out finding this car, because if you're looking for the Amazon P130, you might have gotten to that original spot in the barn on the other side of the map, but it is not. It's on the complete opposite side in the canyon. So Really hope that this video helps everyone out. Enjoy the rest of this gameplay. Have a great week. Peace.
Got yourself a Volvo Amazon P130, I see. This classic beauty's a real workhorse too. It'll take a beating and keep on ticking.